What's up, team? So we're here to talk about the Whoop today. So in case you don't know what a Whoop is, it's this tracker that we wear on our wrist. You'll see a lot of CrossFitters with them. They're also in lots of other sports. Just so you know, I am actually not a sponsored athlete by Whoop, and I've been very hesitant to try the Whoop again. So I tried it back in 2017 when it first came out, and I tried it for a couple weeks. I was always in the red, and so I just took it off and I got rid of it. Later to find out I had some blood testing done and I actually was sick. So that would explain why I was in the red all the time. So I've recently given it another try, and I just kind of wanted to do a little debrief with you guys about what I think about it, what I like, what I don't like, and what I think it can be useful for. So to start, for the Whoop, I love the sleep tracker. I think it really helps me kind of recognize if I got deep sleep, how much I slept, maybe if I was disturbed throughout the night, or if I took me a while to fall asleep, so if my sleep wasn't efficient. So I definitely love the sleep tracker. 2, I love the day strain. And the day strain's been really interesting for me because it's not always physical strain, and I'm going to talk more about that in a second, but it helps me know, it tracks it based off of your heart rate and your HRV. So I may have had the hardest workout in the world that day, but I'm not stressed at all. Everything's running super smoothly with CrossFit players, with other things, and my day strain's not super high. I may have not worked out a ton, but I am crazy stressed emotionally or mentally, and I can really feel that on my body, and my day strain may be super high. So I think the day strain is awesome for many, many reasons. It can tell you a lot of what's happening, and it can force you to evaluate yourself and what's going on. The third thing I love is just the calorie burn. I don't really track my calories. I don't do my macros based off of my calories. I kind of go off of what I need, but I can tell, you know, the days that I've had higher strain or I've burned more calories. If I evaluate my diet, I want to make sure that I'm getting in enough calories as well. So it's not necessarily to help me burn or lose fat, but it's always to make sure I'm eating enough. 3 things I don't always love about it is sometimes it doesn't pick up the activity the way I think it should, or for instance, I was out hiking and it didn't register anything. So it showed up with 1 activity for the day or no activities, and I did about an 8-mile hike. Not super strenuous, but I know I did something, as well as rock climbing. So that would have been up to me to start the activity, but I like when it automatically picks it up and I don't have to worry about going into my phone to start the activity, because sometimes we don't have service. So the activity strain would be one of the major things that I don't love. Other than that, sometimes just the way it sits on my wrist and my heart rate, I think for the most part it's pretty accurate, but I do know there's times that I feel like it definitely, maybe if I had a chest strap, could be a little bit more accurate. All in all, I absolutely love the Whoop. So the biggest thing I want to talk to you that I've noticed is day strain, so physical and emotional stress, and how that can impact you. So when I track it, I'll pick up my Whoop daily, and for instance, when I was out climbing and camping, Friday night, we had a couple drinks. I don't drink all that often, but we did, and my Whoop immediately dropped down to a 38%, almost in the red. We got a good night's sleep. We didn't drink the next night, and it went back up to green. Then on Monday, getting back, and Sunday, after Sunday of having a super low-key day, I was at 94%, I believe. So on Monday when we got back, my Whoop was at 96% recovery, which is huge. So I didn't sleep a whole lot. I didn't feel like I slept great when we were out camping and climbing, but what I did know was I was mentally super relaxed. I wasn't stressed out, and I think that says a lot with my heart rate and the fluctuations throughout the day. Then immediately we go to Tuesday, and I'm already thinking about, oh my gosh, I have so much to do. I'm so overwhelmed. I have to pack for New York City. I have to make sure I have everything together for the gym before we leave. And I really didn't train that hard on Monday, and my Whoop went all the way down to 42%. And that continued. It went down to 45% on Wednesday, and then Thursday, 42% again. I wasn't training that hard. It was just all around daily life and the daily stress of leading up to a trip, trying to make sure you're packed, make sure your business is in order, things are good, emails are answered, so you can just go and not stress. As soon as we get there, it immediately started going back up to 67%. It kept climbing 83%, and then Sunday we were all the way, if I can find it, Sunday we were all the way back up to 89%. And then Monday, after a long weekend, I slept 5 hours on Saturday night. Back to Monday, 94%. So it's really interesting, and I think the biggest takeaway I have is that it's not always physical stress on your body. I think the biggest piece about it is the emotional stress as well. So I love that aspect of the Whoop. I love that it helps me understand if I need to meditate, if I need to focus on my breathing, if I need to just take a second to recenter myself and relax, because your body stress is the same, whether it's physical or mental. Your body is reacting to stressors. So our ideal goal, or with training, I'm stressing my body so much, I don't want to be stressing my body outside of the gym as well. So I think for me, that's been one of the biggest things that I absolutely love about the Whoop. The last important piece I think about wearing the Whoop, from the first time I wore it until now, the biggest thing I've changed is I love numbers. I was an accountant. I graduated from Louisville with a degree in accounting. Numbers make a lot of sense to me, but the biggest thing I noticed is it can dictate your mood, or you can become dependent on it. So you should know that if you're in the red, you can still have a good workout. You can still have a great day. It shouldn't just make you completely shut down and be like, oh my gosh, I can't do anything today because I'm in the red. I have to just recover. It is good to adjust and adapt your training. So maybe you don't go as hard. Maybe you don't get your heart rate as high. But what I've started to do that I absolutely love is I wake up, I go about my day, I try to guess what my number is gonna be, and then, you know, after my first training session or right before, I'll just kind of take a peek at it. So that way it's not the first thing I look at when I wake up, and it doesn't dictate my day, and I don't become dependent on that number. So it's just something like, wow, I guess I was a red today and I'm actually a green. That's happened to me a couple times. I'll be like, to my husband, I think I'm 18% red, and I open it and I'm an 85% green. It makes me feel better. It boosts my overall mood. But what you don't want to do is become dependent on it. So definitely make sure you're living your life. You're still training, you're still interacting with people on a daily basis, you're running your business, you're going to work, whatever it is that you may be doing. Make sure you just don't let the Whoop dictate your entire day. We've got lots more videos coming out. Make sure you like, you subscribe, comment below if you wear a Whoop, what you think of the Whoop, if you're interested in Whoop, any other questions you want to know. I've been testing out for some time, and like I said, I'm not a sponsored athlete, so I'm just giving you my opinion from what I've noticed. Make sure you check out our website in the description. We're going to be offering all the programming that I'm doing, so you can do what I do literally exactly on a daily basis. We're going to have all these awesome accessory movements coming out in an accessory program, so lots of exciting things to come. Like, subscribe, and check out my Instagram, Kristi Eramo.